What's up, everybody? Richard back today with another episode of the Warped Report. And hey, Happy New Year. 2022 is here. And, I'm hoping that 2022 is as good to us in terms of music as 2021 was. My top album of last year, Darko US, my top EP, Out of Line Zone 1056. And, it was a great year, especially, being here, doing the Warped Report. And, speaking of Out of Line, and speaking of 1056, we need to get some more 1056 music, you know what I'm saying? But today, we're going to be, as always, going through the news, and I'm going to be honest with you, this may be the slowest news day that we've ever had here on the Warped Report. But what I've also done, too, is I have gone through, and I have kind of cultivated a list of EPs, albums and singles that'll be coming out during this month of January. So with that out of the way, let's dive into the news and talk about that. First up, we have Crystal Lake Currents, Kingdom of Giants. They have canceled their European tour. And of course, that was also with Caskets as well. But of course, this is due to COVID. Personally, man, I honestly have no idea when international touring will resume. I really have no idea. I don't. It's hard to say because it's supposed to be February and March. I really have no idea when this will come back. It really is a bummer because, there's a lot of foreign bands, like 1056, that I really enjoy, and getting them here to the States, I really don't know when that'll be possible. There's so many hurdles in terms of certain COVID testing and all that and whatnot, and it's a real bummer. But yeah, Crystal Lake Currents, Kingdom of Giants, and Caskets have canceled their tour. Next up, more tour cancellations here. This is Terror, though. They have canceled their East Coast tour dates with Pain of Truth, which was meant to start actually on January 1st in Syracuse, New York. And then it says here also, the group offered no explanation, simply stating January 1st through January 7th are canceled, but we will see you at FYA Fest. So we don't know if this is COVID related. I highly doubt it. This was only a short run. It was probably something within their camp, but we don't know. But yeah, Terror has canceled their East Coast tour dates. Speaking of international bands, 𝗧𝗛𝗪 have announced a new member, and that is MISSTIQ. Now, you may know MISSTIQ from her fantastic, piano renditions, or, not even renditions, but just adding her own personal flair onto songs, doing her own music, featuring on different songs. And she is an extremely talented musician, and she has actually joined 𝗧𝗛𝗪 full-time. Now, she had done some collabs with 𝗧𝗛𝗪 in the past, but she is now a full-time member of the band. Says here in the statement, since we started working together over the last 12 months, we as a band have been fortunate enough to watch her do her thing in such a short time, and she has decided to join 𝗧𝗛𝗪. She has already contributed so much. MISSTIQ is an exceptionally talented musician, extremely disciplined and hardworking, and a uniquely creative marketing strategist. So, of course, MISSTIQ, has her own level of mystique, no pun intended, but, she definitely has a fan base that is separate of 𝗧𝗛𝗪, and I believe that these two coming together, these two entities, if you will, MISSTIQ and 𝗧𝗛𝗪 coming together, will allow for even more, a larger fan base, and I think it's a great addition because MISSTIQ is fantastic at what she does, and 𝗧𝗛𝗪 is a fun metalcore band, so I'm really, really looking forward to that. But now, that's really it for the news, but like I said, I wanted to go through and talk about some of these songs here, and I apologize if I may look a little tired. I'm actually coming off of I drove 14 hours straight today from Ohio to where I live in New Hampshire. I left at 3 a.m. and I got home at around 5 p.m. So it's been a hell of a day. But with that, so these are like I said, singles, EPs, and albums that I have cultivated through looking them up online on iTunes, and then also I have some sources, if you will. So for January, for singles, we have LOATHE with Dimorphous Display. That'll be coming out on January the 6th. Korn with their track Forgotten. That'll be January 13th. The Wise Man's Fear and their track Tailspin will be out on January the 14th. And Darker US, they've announced it. We've already talked about it, but I'll mention it again. Acid Inject, January 14th. For EPs, we have Great American Ghost. They'll be releasing an EP on January the 20th. 𝗧𝗛𝗪 will also be releasing something on January the 28th. And as far as albums go, we got quite a few here, especially the 14th. But first, on January the 7th, we have Asleep at the Helm releasing an album. And then the 14th, we have, now here we go, we have Enterprise Earth, Under Oath, Shadow of Intent, Fit for an Autopsy, Pride Lands, Worm Shepherd, all releasing albums on the 14th of January. From there, we have The Last 10 Seconds of Life releasing a record on January the 28th. And hey, I've been talking about my solo project here for a while, and maybe something else will be coming out on the 28th. Wink, wink. And then from there, we have Comeback Kid. That's right, releasing an album on January the 21st. But like I said, that's really it. What I am looking forward to is talking about all these albums. I think that will be for that week's show after the 14th. So that will be the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th. The show of the 18th, I think that'll be really cool to talk a lot about those records in detail, because there's going to be so many to talk about. I'm going to do my best to try to listen to all of them and form an opinion on them by then. But yeah, guys, that does it for this week's episode of the Warped Report. Very quick, short, sweet, to the point. But hey, we're just doing what the news presents us, and that it is what it is. So until next week, I am Richard. This is the Out of Line YouTube channel, and we will see you here next week. Peace.